Hello, friends. Sometimes on the YouTube comments or elsewhere, I meet messages that say, "Hey, can the war be finished in Ukraine if Ukraine agreed to give some territory for Russia?" I also saw one comment that said, I used to be pro-Ukraine, but now I'm coming around to Russians' point of view. This war could be over if Ukraine gave the Donbas to Russia as a buffer zone. Does anyone agree? So, what I want to say to you, friends, and these guys, people with these arguments claim they are tired, so want to finish the war as don't want to hear about the war anymore. But there are unfortunately no easy solutions. No easy solutions because they may lead to the genocide of Ukrainians as the first step, and secondly, spread the autocracy in the European Union and later to America. And the consequences for the United States, European Union citizens will be the same like for Ukrainians: war and starvation. Do you want this future for your children? Dear friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss the video and share the information. You may send it to the people you know in text messengers or on Facebook. To support me with this job, in the details down below, you may find my PayPal address. Now let's move ahead. So I want to tell you that this is a zero true suggestion. This suggestion about peace that can be achieved by giving territories, this idea comes from Russia to give a hope of peace, to lie and win a time. Now Russia is weak as it spent most of its valuable and modern weapons, and because more than 250,000 Russians are left the war for sanitary reasons, because of death, wounded, or sick. Just a kind reminder, at the beginning of the war, Russians sent 300,000 troops, so it is almost all of their army in numbers that was at the beginning. Of course, it is more about soldiers than officers. But how hard is that for them to keep fighting with these human losses? And also, let's speak about weapons. 3,617 tanks, 306 aircrafts, 291 helicopters, 18 warships, and thousands of their other military vehicles. Can you imagine that the front line now is more than 1,000 kilometers? It is almost the same as the distance from Washington to Miami. Russians just need time to prepare for a new war and conquer all Ukraine, and then create a strong impact in all Europe, like Russians did when there was Soviet Union. They spread their communist ideas in all Europe and later in United States in the 20th century. So it was that big problem for United States that all communists were collected and sent to the USSR by ship. Russians will not stop in Ukraine, in Poland, and even in Spain. They want to spread communist. Now they name it autocracy. Who know how will they name it tomorrow? And they try to do it all over the world now. So they support terrorist regimes in Afghanistan, Mali, Venezuela, China, and many other countries. Do you want to wait until they will come to your home? I mean, of course, it will not be Russians, it may be American politicians who may use corruption in your government and police to grow the impact until your country becomes to be in union with Russia, so become to be autocracy and totally corrupted, like Hungary, like Armenia, like Georgia, or it goes to a civil war that makes it weak enough to make it poor and dependent, like they did it with Syria. In short terms, Russians will restore the map of the Warsaw Pact countries. Secondly, impact United States and other democratic countries. Let me remind you the map so you could see Russians' influence when it had Ukraine as a part of their USSR empire, so they could act more strongly because they had us as Ukrainians as soldiers. They had Ukrainian economy, industry, so they could rely on it. They were stronger. So they occupied 50% of Germany, Albania, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Bulgaria, Hungary, Poland, Romania, all these countries, Belarus, all these countries were managed from Russia. Now I want to show you this map. So as you can see, this is Black Sea, this is Mediterranean Sea. So let's say this is France, this is Italy, this is Poland, this is Belarus, this is Ukraine, this is Caucasian countries, this is Turkey, this is Finland, by the way. So it was totally occupied by Russians. So Russians were not managing in Finland directly. They were not in parliament. They were just managing heads of this country, of Poland. This is a part of Germany. And of course, they helped, they managed also China because they spread their ideas. North Korea is not on the map here, but it was also managed by USSR. Mongolia, that is gray here, but in fact it was managed from the USSR. So this map even doesn't give you the full idea. How many communist parties was in Italy? Italy was almost influenced by at least some impact from the USSR it had as well. Now I want to show you another map. So this is a European map that we just saw before, but it includes China, North Korea, Mongolia, but you can see also India. You can see also many other countries. Syria, Iraq, many African countries, so much of them, Indonesia, Argentina, Chile, Nicaragua, Cuba, Venezuela, just 50 years ago, even less than 50, maybe 40 years ago, this all was managed by Russia. Dear friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you will not miss the videos, and share the information so you may send it to the people you know in text messages or on Facebook. To support me with this job, in details down below, you may find my PayPal address. You have to understand that this is the war between democracy and autocracy. War, lies, starvations. This is your fight. This is all from my side. See you later. Support the one you love. Bye-bye.